Hi guys, it's Xenia. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my most lactonic, creamy, milky / whipped cream kind of scent. So I'm going to include milk notes and whipped cream notes in this one video because it's pretty much the same thing. I have just made my playlist of dedicated single note videos on my channel, so you can now go into my channel and there's a whole playlist of all of the different notes that I've done, and I think it'll be really helpful if you're searching for any particular note. This video has actually been pretty requested as well. You guys clearly love the gourmands because you guys wanted to see marshmallow perfumes and vanilla and then caramel, and now you want to see creamy lactonic scents. So obviously we share the same taste here because these are some of my favorite freaking perfumes ever. So if you're also into creamy lactonic / whipped creams and also ice cream notes, this is the video for you. All these perfumes have either one of those notes that I just mentioned or a combination of them. So with all that said, I have 15 perfumes here to get through. Please subscribe to my channel before we get into it and turn your post notifications on, and let's get started. I'm gonna start with this just because it just came out and I just filmed an entire dedicated review to this one. This literally got delivered at my doorstep today, so it's very fresh and new in my collection, but I'm absolutely loving it, and I can wholeheartedly say that even though I haven't even had more than 24 hours with this perfume. But sometimes you just know, and with this perfume I just knew as soon as I smelled it, it was love at first sniff. This is the brand new Afternoon Delight by Replica. Haven't been a huge fan of a lot of Replica perfumes, but this is my #1 favorite, and if you love gourmands, then I think this will be a favorite for a lot of people. Not only does this perfume have whipped cream and it's ultra lactonic, milky, creamy, but there's also a cookie note in here, there's a vanilla note, there's also sandalwood and musk, but I don't really smell much of both of those. It's just an airy, creamy, Madeleine cookie type scent. It's supposed to smell like you're walking into a Parisian pastry shop, and that is exactly what it smells like. Next up, on a very similar vibe to that one, this is Eclair by Lattafa. This is definitely going to be more affordable. I think this is like under $50. There's been a lot of speculation about this being a dupe for Bianco Latte. I still don't know. I can't tell you because I don't have Bianco Latte, but apparently this is like the closest perfume that you can get to Bianco Latte. Take that with a grain of salt. I don't personally know. I'm still debating if I want to buy Bianco Latte, but as of right now, I have so many of these types of scents like this one and this one that fall in the same scent family, so I'm kind of okay with just these scents. Eclair is another really sweet, sugary, cookie-like scent. This also has caramel in it. It also has milk, but it also has sugar, so it is just sweet on top of sweet on top of sweet. It has vanilla, it has praline, it even has honey, so it's mega sweet. And this smells like you're walking around Disney, like around all the pastry shops at Disney. There's something so specific about that scent, and it literally smells like that. It smells like you're walking into a Ghirardelli store. If you've been to that store, you know what I'm talking about. That's this. Zadig and Voltaire, This Is Her, is another creamy lactonic scent. I'm gonna say that like about a trillion times in this video, but that's literally what this video is. I didn't know that this is what this perfume was. I always thought this perfume was like a fresh perfume because I mean, it doesn't necessarily give off the sweetest gourmandy vibes. I always thought this was just like a fresh musky scent, which is very far from what this actually smells like. This is a deep, woody, it is musky, but it's lactonic musky. It has whipped cream, it has vanilla, it has chestnut. There's this spice to it, and there's also this really sexy cashmere that just kind of gives this sexy touch. It definitely elevates the sweet notes in this one. This one is not total gourmand. Like, this does not just smell like a sugar cookie like both of these do. This one's a little bit more perfumified and it smells a little sexier, but really great nonetheless. I think my favorite part of this is that whipped cream note. It smells heavenly. There's there's 3 Ariana Grande perfumes that have whipped creamy type notes and that smell very lactonic, and it's these 2 right here. First one is Sweet Like Candy. I've had this for so long and I'm still obsessed with it. I'm still obsessed with this and Ari. They've been like my signature scents. If you've been with me since the start on my channel, when I did my very first perfume collection, back when I had like maybe 50 perfumes, I don't even know if I even had that many. I think it might have been less than that, and I thought that was a lot. look at me now. This perfume has been with me since the start of all of that, and I still love it just as much to this day. This is whipped cream. This is marshmallow. It's so pink smelling. It smells like pink milk, not strawberry milk, which is pink, but just milk that is pink. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's just like, it's pink milk. I don't know. It's such a girly girl type scent, and this will get you so many compliments. I don't know what it is, but it's always the little cheapy fragrances that get you the most compliments ever, and my husband is obsessed with the scent. This is definitely sweet like candy, but it's like some type of milky candy. And the other one is, of course, the ever so famous Cloud, but I did also want to give an honorable mention to Cloud 2.0, which is also equally as amazing, and honestly even creamier than the OG Cloud. This does have whipped cream, but this also has coconut, it has praline. It's very woody while also definitely being very creamy. This is such a unique scent, and I know it takes the throne for like the best dupe supposedly of Baccarat Rouge, which I've always said it's definitely in the same scent family. They smell similar, but they're not dupes. They're maybe cousins, like in the same family, but not like super close. Like this is creamy and lactonic. Baccarat Rouge is not really creamy or lactonic. And then Cloud Intense I also have in my collection. I have a backup of that which I have not opened, but I low-key kind of prefer the Intense Cloud because it's the exact same scent as the original, but that whipped cream element I think is even more intense in the Intense version. I mean, obviously it's more intense, but specifically it's that whipped cream that makes that scent so much better because it's just heavier in it. So honestly, I recommend Cloud Intense even more so than the OG Cloud, but they're both good. Another celebrity perfume is Sweet Like Candy by Sabrina Carpenter. For me, this perfume falls in the same category as Sweet Like Candy. They even have very similar packaging. They're not the same scent by any means, but it's like the same category of fragrances, like just sweet, really girly type scents. This scent has marshmallow, it has white chocolate, it has vanilla, of course it has whipped cream and also sugar, so it's just really sweet and it's so heavenly. It's one of those scents where I would love to have this in a candle and just smell it at all times. It smells so good. I have a backup of this scent. I'm obsessed with it. I could own 1,000,001 high-end niche, super complex, super like crazy out there scents, and I'll still love my little celebrity perfumes. Like these just have a special place in my heart that I feel like no expensive perfume can replace. There's just something about this or like Sweet Like Candy where it's just, I don't know, it's me at my core. Boardwalk Taffy is such a fun cotton candy scent, but unlike most cotton candy scents that have that weird burnt sugar kind of vibe, that doesn't always translate that well on the skin, especially my skin chemistry just doesn't do well with that scent. This one is unique in the sense that this has cotton candy mixed with coconut milk, and so that's where the lactonic element comes in here. It's not straight up like milk, but there is a creaminess to this perfume, and there's just this light, fluffy airiness to it. It's so yummy because it also has raspberry, and the raspberry in here is so bright and juicy. It's like you have right in front of you a fresh bowl of juicy, sweet raspberries, and right next to it, you also have cotton candy, but the cotton candy is mixed with coconut milk. I feel like if you were kind of like wafting that scent to your nose, it would be Boardwalk Taffy. And it has this solar note in here that kind of uplifts it and is not as sickly sweet as you would think a scent that has cotton candy and all these sweet sugary notes in it would be. These two I'm gonna kind of talk about interchangeably because they're kind of the exact same scent, just different intensities. But of course, in this milky lactonic video, I had to talk about Commodities Milk because I mean, yeah. So this is the Milk Personal, and then this is just the original Milk. Commodity does this unique thing where they give you perfumes in different intensities, so the scent overall will be kind of the same, but just because somebody likes the same scent doesn't mean they like the same intensity. So it's nice that they offer you that, and they do differ a little bit in scent, don't get me wrong, like they're not the exact thing. The Personal one has marshmallow and milk, and it has musk, white cedar extract, woodsy notes, and amber. This one is just a little bit more well-rounded. It's a little bit smoother, and it's called Personal, so it's supposed to be more of a closer to the skin type scent. It's not supposed to project as much. So if you're someone that likes closer to the skin scents, you don't want everybody in the room to smell you necessarily, then the Personal version is definitely the way to go. And then the Original Milk, now they do also have an intense version if you want something even stronger than this. I personally am okay with just this one because this is strong enough for me. This one does have milk and marshmallow yet again, and it does have this muskiness, but this has tonka bean and mahogany, which are a lot richer, and especially that mahogany in here just gives it a different edge that the Personal doesn't have. So it's a different strength, and it's a little toasty. It smells like you're toasting marshmallows by the beach. That's exactly what these scents smell like. Then I have Yes I Am by Cacharel. If you're looking for a sexy perfume without breaking the bank that also smells like $1,000,000, this is it. This smells like it should be in a niche bottle and sold with a niche price attached to it. It's so complex and amazing. This has a lot of notes in it, but it definitely is this lactonic caramel scent. It has vanilla, it has raspberry, it has a ton of really beautiful florals. There's also this ginger element which gives it a tiny bit of spice, but everything in here is really, really smooth. You can't pinpoint anything because in my opinion, I think the milk is just kind of making everything really creamy, so nothing stands out as being too sharp on your skin. It's just such a sexy red lipstick date night type of fragrance. Such a highly complimented scent, and there is licorice in here, which I do smell, and I personally love licorice notes. But again, keep in mind if you are not a licorice note lover that it's very creamy in here. You almost can't detect it, but it's like once you see it in the notes, you can kind of pick it up. So that's just a little disclaimer because I know a lot of people feel a certain way about licorice. This one is the most beachy creamy scent you're gonna find in this video because this is Summer in a Bottle. This is Kayali Utopia Vanilla Cocoa. This is a creamy vanilla coconut mixture. It has coconut milk, so that's where the creamy element in here comes from. Other than that, it's just a whole bunch of white florals that give off almost that suntan lotion. Like, it just smells like your skin has been sun-kissed at the beach all day. This is a fragrance you take with you on a tropical vacation. It even has bourbon vanilla, so I think the coconut milk and the bourbon vanilla do a good job at keeping this very creamy and smooth while also having a whole lot of white florals, which can be kind of like a lot, but they're more subdued by those creamy notes, which I really love. This scent is so sexy. So many compliments on this one. Husband loves it, even my mom loves it, and she's picky with perfumes. This next one is pure just vanilla ice cream in the best way. This is called Gelato, literally, and it's by Be Layered. This video is not sponsored by Be Layered. I worked with them in the past, so that's how I have this, but I fell in love with this because this scent is just so true to, I mean, it's literally gelato, and it only has 2 notes, which are whipped cream and ice cream. So that's all you smell in here. It's pretty simple scent, but it's so good for layering. Even just wearing it alone, this scent makes your skin turn into ice cream. It's so yummy. I can't even describe it. I literally want to eat my hand just smelling it. This is a very inexpensive scent. The only downside of this perfume is that it's on the lighter side and it doesn't last too long, but if you're into this scent family, I think this is the most inexpensive you can find this in a perfume. This is called Pistachio Brulee and it's by Le Monde Gourmand. This is about $25, so very inexpensive. This one specifically has milk mousse, so it has this fluffy milky kind of scent to it, but it also has obviously pistachio, which is one of my new recent favorite notes. It also has vanilla pod. Something really sexy and almost beachy about this perfume. It kind of reminds me of Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 62, so it's a scent I like to layer with that scent a lot because it works really well. But something in here is like woodier. It's just more perfumey. It's very soft though. That's the only kind of bummer about this one. I wish it was just a little stronger. But if you like softer scents and you want to smell like pistachio ice cream, then this is really good. And of course, speaking of pistachio ice cream, we have one of my all-time favorites, which is Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato. This is one of those scents that I love so much, and I've made a really nice dent in it. I'm at about here with it, and I bought a backup as soon as I started making a dent into this one because I just don't know if this is gonna ever be taken away, and I'm obsessed with this perfume. There's really something so unique about this scent that gets me every time I smell it, and I feel like I got this at a really good time in my life, so every time I smell it, it puts me in a really good mood, and I just love that about fragrance. This has a lot of notes, a lot of really sweet notes, but I love that although this has the sweetest notes ever in it, it's not sickly sweet. Like, there's still this airy fluffiness about it and almost freshness in the sweetest way possible. This has pistachio, obviously. It has ice cream, it has hazelnut, it has raspberry, whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, cacao, cedar. It's a little bit woody. It does give you the notes, kind of like the keynotes, I would say, in the back of the bottle. So pistachio, gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, and cotton candy are pretty much the keynotes you're gonna smell in this perfume. It's not gonna be for everyone because it is pretty sweet, and it literally smells like pistachio gelato. The last perfume, we have finally made it to the end of this video. This one is Curations by The Good Scent. I can't find notes on this on Fragrantica or anything because it's just not on the internet at all. I got this at Marshall's, and I've seen it at TJ Maxx as well, so you can get it there. I got mine for $14.99. I know it went a little viral, so hopefully they haven't increased the price, but this is so yummy. It's not the most complex thing in the world, but it literally smells like fall in a bottle. It has those fall appley spice type fall vibes in it without being total candle, because sometimes that type of scent just smells like candle or room freshener. This is still wearable, and this is also very creamy. This has candy apple, spiced pear, caramel sugar, sage leaf, coconut milk, and vanilla cookie. And it is just delicious. Candy apple is so realistic in here, but it also has that spice, I guess, from the spiced pear. It just smells like caramelized pear almost, and I think that's where that fall spice kind of comes in. But then that coconut milk, the vanilla cookie just add in this creamy scent. Considering all the sweet notes that it has, it's actually not too sickly sweet. Like, there is a little freshness about this, I think mainly because of that candy apple, because you can really smell that, especially when it first opens up. But it is so yummy, and it gets me so excited for the fall time every single time I smell it. Okay, so that is it for this video. These are all of the creamiest, most lactonic, milky whipped cream slash ice cream scents. It's pretty much all the same thing that I have in my entire collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know of any other creamy lactonic scents out there, because this is one of my favorite scent categories, so I'm always looking for more. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.